C1. Hadrian's Wall, inside Roman Britain's greatest fortress. Welcome to the northern frontier of the Roman Empire in the year 128 AD, just 6 years after construction began on one of the ancient world's most ambitious engineering projects. We stand before Hadrian's Wall, a stone barrier stretching 73 miles from the Irish Sea to the North Sea, marking the edge of Roman civilization and the beginning of the barbarian lands beyond.
Today, using advanced AI technology, we're transforming archaeological evidence, ancient texts, and modern research into vivid reconstructions that bring this frontier fortress system back to life. We'll walk alongside Roman soldiers manning the wall, witness daily life in the forts, and understand what it meant to serve at the very edge of the known world. At this moment, Hadrian's Wall represents the boldest statement of Roman power. Emperor Hadrian, visiting Britain in 122 AD, ordered its construction to consolidate the empire's northern boundary. Nearly 10,000 soldiers are stationed here, maintaining Rome's grip on Britain and controlling movement between the civilized south and the unconquered tribes to the north. The wall itself, stand before the wall, and the scale is overwhelming. The stone barrier rises 15 feet high and stretches in both directions as far as the eye can see. It's 10 feet thick at the base, wide enough that 2 soldiers can comfortably patrol along the top. Every Roman mile, a small fortification called a mile castle interrupts the wall's length. Between each pair of mile castles stand 2 stone turrets, observation posts for sentries. Watch the construction crews still at work. Legionary soldiers, trained engineers as well as warriors, work in organized teams. Some quarry stone from nearby outcrops, using iron tools to split the rock. Others shape the rough stones into rectangular blocks with hammers and chisels, their rhythmic striking echoing across the hillsides. The construction process is methodical. Workers dig foundation trenches down to bedrock, then lay courses of carefully fitted stones. The wall has 2 outer faces of dressed stone with a rubble and mortar core between them. Teams mix mortar lime, sand, and water, then haul it to the masons in leather buckets. A centurion oversees the work, consulting wooden tablets where engineers have recorded precise measurements. Each centuria unit of 80 men is responsible for a specific length of wall, and there's fierce competition between units to complete their sections fastest and best. Some centuries even carve inscriptions into the stonework, declaring their work with unmistakable pride. The physical labor is punishing. Soldiers work from dawn until mid-afternoon, hauling stones that weigh 50 pounds or more, mixing endless batches of mortar, positioning blocks with precision. But they're building something that will last forever. So they believe. And they're right. Today, substantial stretches of Hadrian's Wall survive, particularly in the central section where it crosses the dramatic crags of Northumberland. You can walk along the top of the ancient stones, following the same path Roman sentries walked. Housesteads Fort. This is Housesteads, one of the major forts built directly onto the wall. Called Vercovicium by the Romans, it houses the first cohort of Tungrians, auxiliary troops originally recruited from what is now Belgium. The fort covers 5 acres, a self-contained military base for approximately 800 men. Pass through the south gate and you enter a miniature Roman city laid out with geometric precision. The main street runs straight from the gate to the headquarters building. Flanking it are barracks blocks where soldiers live 8 men to a room in long, narrow buildings. Visit the barrack room and see how soldiers live. 8 monks line the walls. Simple wooden frames with straw mattresses covered in woolen blankets. Each man has a wooden chest containing his personal possessions. Spare tunics, writing materials, dice for gaming, perhaps letters from home. Weapons and armor hang on pegs. The chainmail shirt, helmet, oval shield, javelin, and short sword. The room is cramped, cold in winter despite a small brazier, and smells of unwashed men, leather, and oil used to maintain equipment. But it's home. These soldiers will serve here for 25 years before receiving Roman citizenship and a land grant upon retirement. Walk through the fort and witness daily military life. In the headquarters courtyard, soldiers drill under a centurion's harsh commands, practicing formations, weapon drills, marching in step. The clash of wooden practice swords rings out as men spar in pairs, building the muscle memory that might save their lives in battle. The granaries dominate one corner, massive stone buildings with raised floors to keep grain dry. These stores must sustain the garrison through months when supply convoys can't reach the wall. Near the granaries, the hospital serves the fort's medical needs. A military surgeon treats everything from training injuries to battle wounds, using surprisingly advanced Roman medical knowledge. Outside the fort's walls, the civilian settlement sprawls. Here live the soldiers' unofficial families, traders, tavern keepers, and craftsmen. These settlements are where military and civilian worlds intersect, where Rome's frontier culture develops its unique character. Today, Housesteads is one of the best preserved Roman forts in Britain. Absurdly, of all the major buildings remain visible, inviting more. You can walk through the barracks, stand in the headquarters courtyard, and even visit the remarkably intact latrine block. The Making the Movie that's a cold morning in March. Gaius Valerius, an auxiliary soldier from Gaul, climbs the stone stairs to the wall's parapet to begin his 4-hour watch shift. He's 25 years old, in his 7th year of military service. He's dressed for the weather, a woolen tunic under his chainmail, thick woolen trousers, and a heavy military cloak. His helmet, shield, and javelin are close at hand, but for routine watch duty he carries just his sword and a staff. The view from the wall is desolate. To the south, the Roman zone orderly fields, the military road, the fort's red tile roofs. To the north, the barbarian lands rolling hills covered in forest. The occasional smoke plume from a native settlement. Wilderness stretching into unknown distances. Gaius's job is to watch for any movement, any sign of threat. The northern tribes are rarely openly hostile. The wall's presence has brought a kind of peace. But cattle raiders probe for weaknesses, and tensions can flare. He must be alert for groups of armed men approaching, for signals from neighboring turrets. But mostly it's tedious. Hour after hour of staring at empty landscape, fighting boredom and drowsiness. Gaius talks with his watch companion, a younger soldier from Hispania who complains about the weather. They share a flask of sour wine. They discuss plans for their next leave. The cold seeps through his clothing despite the layers. Britain's damp chill gets into your bones, never fully goes away. He thinks about home sometimes, about his family's farm in Gaul, about whether he'll return there when his service ends, or settle in Britain, like so many veterans do. A horn sounds midday. Time for the watch change. Gaius descends, reports nothing to note, and heads to the barracks for the main meal. The cooks have prepared a thick stew of barley, beans, and occasional bits of pork, served with hard bread. After eating, he has several hours of free time. Some soldiers gamble, others work on personal projects. Gaius writes a letter to his brother on a wooden tablet, telling news from the frontier that will take weeks to reach home. This is the reality of serving on Hadrian's Wall. Long stretches of routine, punctuated by brief moments of danger. It's cold, often wet, frequently tedious work. But it's also steady employment, regular pay, and the pride of serving Rome at the edge of the world. The frontier system, Hadrian's Wall, isn't just a static barrier. It's the heart of a complex frontier system. Immediately north of the wall runs a deep ditch, making approach difficult. South of the wall, another massive earthwork called the Vallum marks the military zone's southern boundary. The wall controls movement, not just military threats. Mile castles have gated passages allowing controlled crossing. Native Britons from the north who want to trade in the Roman south must pass through these checkpoints. Guards inspect goods, collect customs duties, watch for smuggling. Watch the traffic through a mile castle gate. A farmer from the north arrives with a cart of hides to trade. Roman soldiers search the cart thoroughly, checking for concealed weapons. Satisfied, they allow passage and note the crossing in a log. The farmer will trade his hides for Roman pottery, metal tools, and wine. Behind this system stands the military infrastructure. The military way. A road running south of the wall allows rapid movement of troops. Forts, spaced every 7 miles, house the garrison units. A complex system of visual signals, smoke by day, fire by night, allows messages to travel the wall's length in hours. The soldiers stationed here come from across the empire. Gauls, Spaniards, Rhinelanders, Danubians, North Africans, Syrians. They bring their native customs, gods, and languages, creating a multicultural military society unique in Britain. Conclusion: our journey along Hadrian's Wall has revealed one of Rome's most ambitious projects. Not just an engineering marvel, but a complete frontier system that controlled, defended, and defined the northern edge of the empire for nearly 3 centuries. But it was also home to thousands of ordinary soldiers like Gaius. Men far from their birthplaces, serving in a cold frontier posting, doing tedious duty day after day. Their service maintained the peace that allowed Roman Britain to flourish. When Rome finally withdrew from Britain in the early 5th century, Hadrian's Wall was abandoned. Its stones were plundered for later building projects, but the wall itself never entirely vanished. Today, Hadrian's Wall is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can walk the entire 73-mile length. The best preserved sections in Northumberland still rise to near their original height. And every year, hundreds of thousands of visitors come to touch these stones and connect with the soldiers who built and defended Rome's greatest frontier. If you enjoyed this journey to Rome's northern frontier, please comment below what ancient site or era you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the past.